Okay, we're ready here for step number 2, adding some data to your CRM. Let's start with some setup here. UkuuPeople settings. And let's just pretend that we are a tutoring service, a low-key tutoring service. And we're going to add a couple of touchpoint types. We have meetings with parents, and I don't need to worry about the slug. It creates its own once I save. That'll be a type of meeting I have. I'll make that red, add that. And then also I have meetings with students. And that's a meeting subtype. We'll make them pink and add that. Okay, now let's go back to our settings and add a couple of tribes. Now, by default, we have an Our Team tribe. That's everybody that's going to be using this system and people that you can assign activities to. So I'm going to add a tribe of email signups. This is everybody that signs up on the front end of my site by email, which we'll discuss more later. I'm not going to give it a parent tribe. Just add that. I want a tribe of students who I work with on math, a tribe that I work with on reading, and maybe a tribe for grammar. All right. Now we need to go back and set up a few tags. Tribes are pretty major groups. That makes sense. You might want to send an email blast to or something like that. Tags are a little bit more detail-oriented. So let's say that I want to keep track of which schools the students I tutor are from. Got some that come from Walker High, some from Bellevue Elementary, and I also have a few students that have peanut allergies, and I just want to tag that on their contact information. So got that there. And as you can imagine, I could have put some of these under a certain type of school, like maybe I have a list of high schools and a list of elementary schools, in which case I'd make a parent tag and put those as sub-tags. Okay, so we're done with setup. We are ready to go in and enter some contact data. I'm going to start by adding my team members who help with the tutoring service. So I've got Sue, Max, Sue at max.com. That's all the pertinent information. That's going to, wow, she's a team member, so I'm going to be able to assign her touch points. I can create that. I'm just going to stick with the least amount of data here to kind of work through these quickly. Of course, you could add address and other things as well. Okay, I'm going to have Ed Walker. Whoops. And he's a team member. Create that. So I have a couple people who are staff and who will be using this contact database. Okay, I'd like to add a family. I'm going to say the parents will be my organization, and then I'll assign humans to that. So I've got a couple choices. I can either do the family as a whole, such as the Feeners, and then list the parents out separately as separate humans and align them with this. Or, alternatively, you know, if I'm not going to be dealing with each parent separately, I could just do them as a pair here. And I should have made a tribe called parents or something, but I didn't do that. So we'll just say that their students are going to do math and create that. And of course you can go fix anything at any time. Hold on, I'd like to make them a favorite so that they show up on my front end dashboard. And let's just go add a student for them. And this is going to be Matthew Feeder. And he's, like we said, a math student. We'll say he comes from Bellevue Elementary, and we're going to show he's related to Dawn and Jane. Save that. Okay, and then I've got some new contacts in my database. I can create some touch points. So I want to have a meeting with Dawn and Jane before I start tutoring their son. We'll just say meet up to discuss needs. It's a parent meeting. And that's tomorrow at 4 p.m. It's scheduled. And I'm going to assign this one to myself and create that. And then I'm going to add one for their son Matthew. And this is a tutoring block student. That will be on Friday, starting at 3 p.m. going till 4 p.m. All right. Going to assign that one to Ed. Create that. And there we go. Now we have a couple of touch points set up. That's basically what we can do here with our little core CRM until we've done some add-ons. You'll see that I've added a meetup with the Feeners to discuss their needs. And the one for Ed isn't going to show because he'll see it on his dashboard. I've added the Feeners as a favorite contact of mine. And I think I want to just add a quick note to myself about Matthew. He needs to call home for a ride. Since they live nearby, they'll just come pick him up. It's a student. That's on Friday. And just create that as a reminder. And what you're going to see is, if we go into Matthew's contact record, that he needs to call home for a ride, and we have a tutoring block for him. So there's our setup.